Would you believe me if I tell you that it's actually, the share price of AMC is actually around 4,600 or 4,800 on the other side? If you don't know what I mean about the other side, where do you think hedges are selling off the shares? Why do you think when we buy every single week, week in, week out, month, where do you think all of these buy orders are going? Why do you think the numbers on F9 are not reflected on the share price of AMC? I mean, Black Widow is crushing the numbers, the box office numbers, but do you think those numbers will actually be reflected in the share price going into next week? Maybe yes, maybe no. We have the SEC, we have the DTCC 002 rules, we have the threshold list, we have so many fail to delivers. Why do you think so far the share price is not actually trading around triple digits? Because we own the float. When you do the simple math, we own the float, and this thing should be at least trading around triple digits. But it's not the case. Why? Because we have a secondary system. We have a shadow system where the hedges are doing whatever they want to do and manipulating the share price. That we know. Okay? So, if on that side where the reality of things is really taking place, I wouldn't be surprised if the share price would be around $4,600. I'm just throwing a number out there. I could have said 5,000. I could have said 1,500. But so far, if we kind of step back a little bit, okay? Let us step back a little bit. Since January, we've been buying day in and day out. We buy all the dips, and we don't sell when it rips. We don't even know the amount of shares that they are using in order to, the synthetic shares, to make sure we don't have any idea on that. So that's why I stopped looking at the short interest on Fintel, on MarketBeat, S3 Partners. That's why I stopped looking at those numbers, because first of all, they're delayed. Second of all, if the shorts are not reporting the actual positions that they have, how will you know the real situation when it comes to the short sale side? Because of that, I wouldn't be surprised if the share price is actually 46 or 48 or even $8,000 a share. But you know what? That's why I actually calm and collected, even especially during the red days and the attacks, because I know that ultimately the shorts have no way out. I don't know, I cannot tell you when they'll have to cover. But the truth of the matter is they have to cover. It's simple. You cannot sell a single car and use the papers on that car and sell it to 100 other people, trying to give the impression that you're actually having 100 cars, where in fact it's only a single car, and you're duplicating the papers of the single car and selling it to 100 people. Ultimately you will get caught, because somehow, someday, someone within that 100 customers of yours will have to either sell or rebuy the car, and that's where you get caught. So they can try to pay interest on this as far as they want, but at the time it's going to be so unsustainable that they will be back to the wall. They are already back to the wall, by the way, but it's just a matter of time. And that's why I think, as always, guys, we need to expect for the best, but also be prepared for the worst. But in this case, the best is already here. It's already factored in, but we can't see it yet.